Gabrielle, and welcome back to our beautiful community in the sky. Today, our flow will be a heat based building flow where we'll be working our way up into reverse prayer pose. So, this was a suggestion made by someone in the comments, and this pose requires a lot of shoulder mobility as well, inwardly rotating the shoulders, and also stability in our core and our glutes. So, we'll be doing a lot of things to open up the chest and to warm up the shoulders, and we'll be using a strap. So I'm using a tie that I have. So if you have a tie, a shoestring, a rolled up towel or blanket, or a yoga strap, grab that as well. And it's okay if you don't have it as well. I'll cue you through other ways to get through the movement, but anything that you can use for tension and resistance. And as well, reverse prayer pose can be intense. So just always remember to listen to your body and come out of the pose if it creates any pain or discomfort, and maybe take the variation that creates less tension or strain on your body. So grab your props, and I will see you shortly on the mat. So making your way down to your mat and using whatever you have as your strap nearby to the top or side of your mat. So coming into our easy seated pose, either with the legs crossed or the legs extended open, whatever feels comfortable to you, patting your bottom if you need to, as we bring one palm to the chest and the other to the belly, or maybe by the sides, closing the eyes or gazing out in front of you if that feels comfortable. And we'll just take our breath in through the nose and exhale out of the mouth. Inhaling through the nose. Exhale, relax the shoulders out of the mouth. Let the breath flow. And this time on our inhale, bring the palms together and interlacing the fingers. And we'll just take our wrist circles in one direction. So just preparing us for our reverse prayer pose. And some of the movement that we'll be taking today, just warming up our wrists here. And reverse the circle in the opposite direction. And I like to do this even after typing or texting throughout the day, just to give the wrists a break. And release the palms and grab whatever you're using for your strap. So since this is our warm-up, I suggest creating the fist a little bit wider, but still creating some tension on the strap or whatever you're using. So the closer your fists go, the harder or more difficult it will be with the tension. And since it's a warm-up and we're warming up our shoulders, I'm going to create some good amount of space where I can feel the tension, but where it's not too much. So just find what feels good for you and what's safe for you in your body and shoulders. And on the inhale, we'll lift the strap overhead, and exhale, we'll bring it back behind us. So maybe after this moment, you see what feels good and adjust as needed, and we'll hold as we draw the shoulders back, engage the shoulder blades, and draw the belly in, and inhale, we'll lift it forwards. Inhale, bring the strap up overhead. Exhale, slowly bring it back. Remember to adjust your strap as needed as we lift it up. Exhale. We'll take that one more time. Inhale. Nice and slow, nice and controlled. Exhale. So it may be kind of challenging since we don't always move the shoulders in this direction. And we'll bring it forward and lift it back up to center. And exhale, we'll side bend over to the right in our lateral flexion. And with that left palm, creating tension on the strap, lifting it up and reaching up towards the sky or gaze, or down to the mat if that feels better. And inhale, keeping that tension on the strap. And exhale, side bend over to the left. With that right palm, reaching the strap up towards the sky as you rotate the torso. The chest faces up towards the sky as well. Staying rooted in your bottom. And inhale, will come back up nice and strong. And exhale, begin to flex from the hip, releasing. Take your time, find that tension in your strap. And exhale, release the strap down. Walk the palms forward as far as it can go. Find your gentle stretch in our seated forward fold. Inhale, exhale, release. And we'll slowly walk the palms back and move your strap to the top of your mat over to the side because we'll use it again. And we'll come into our tabletop. So I already have my pillow and blanket to pad my knees. So use anything to pad your knees if you need to as we come into our tabletop. So our shoulders are right over our wrists, our palms are wide. As you draw the collarbones open, draw the shoulders slightly back as you inwardly rotate the thumbs inward just to broaden the chest here. Lift up through the belly. And on the exhale, extend the right leg back behind us, pointing the toes down towards the mat as much as you can. Lift up out of the palms, and on the exhale, draw the right knee over towards the right elbow. Holding here, maybe it touches, maybe it doesn't, and extend it back. So we'll take those a few more times. Exhale. Right knee comes in, extend the leg back. Engage the glute and exhale. Use your obliques to come to the side to bring that knee up and extend out. So you can keep with this movement, or if you want to add a little bit more, which as you extend the leg back, we'll bend the elbows, come into a push-up, push yourself up, and then draw the knee in. So find your challenge for today as we build heat wherever you are, and just building up to whatever feels comfortable in your body. And we'll take it one more time wherever you are. And extend the leg back. We'll all meet back. Holding, rotate that toe down and lower the right toes down to your mat. We'll kickstand the left knee to face the front of our mat. Walk the left palm out to the side as you reach the right arm up to the sky for our modified side plank. So lifting up out of the hips and engaging our core here. And on the exhale, begin to rotate as you draw the right arm towards the left or through the left hold. And inhale, reach the arm back up. Exhale, twisting from your spine. And inhale, nice and controlled, come up. So you can keep with this movement or kickstand that left leg out to the side. So just for a different challenge in our side plank. Lifting up out of the hips and really rotating wherever you are. One more time, exhale, twist. And inhale, reach the arms up. We'll hold wherever you are. And breathe. And exhale, lower that knee down if it was up. Release the right palm down. And we'll just come off of the wrist for a moment. Rotating the wrist in our circles. Maybe you flick the palms open and close. Shake out the hands. And we'll come to the opposite side. So find what feels good. Feel nice and stable in your tabletop. Extend the left leg back. Pull the toes point down as we inwardly rotate that thigh. Lift and push away from the earth. Draw the left knee in towards the left elbow. It doesn't have to touch. Extend the leg back. Exhale. Draw the knee in. Find balance in both of the palms. So not trying to lean over to that right side. So really nice and controlled in the breath and in our movement. And then if you'd like, you can take that push-up as you extend the leg back. Bend the elbows. Lift up. And draw the knee back in. So find what feels good. And we'll take it one more time. Draw the knee in. And then extend the leg out. Lower the toes down. And we'll kickstand the right knee over to the front of the mat. So I'll just turn this way so you can see me. And we'll walk the right palm out to the right side of the mat. Reach the left arm up to the sky. In our modified side plank. Exhale, left arm threads through the right or just rotates towards the right. Root into that left foot and lift up out of your side body and your hips. And if you'd like, extend the right leg out to the front of your mat, coming into our variation. And maybe you hold or maybe you twist. Engage your belly wherever you are. And reach the left arm up to the sky, holding. And release back down. Take your time. And we'll come off of the wrist. Rotate the wrist. in the circles. Rotate them in the opposite way. And we'll switch the palms and come back into your tabletop. So I'll turn back around. And on the inhale, root into the palms. Lift the knees up to hover. Shift the weight back into the heels. And exhale as the knees bend, float the hips back in our downward facing dog. Find the stability in the feet and the palms. You can pedal out the feet. And on the inhale, slowly step it forward to the top of the mat. So coming into our forward fold in our gorilla pose, we'll lift the toes off of the mat and place the palms underneath the feet and gently press the big toes and the toe mound down to our wrists. So if this is too much, or right now our flexibility may not allow us to come all the way down, and that's okay, we'll just bring the palms to the calves and come into our forward fold. And you can clasp the palms and just take circles in the wrist. So still getting a wrist stretch here. Wherever your body is today, honoring your body. Inhale and exhale. Release the palms from underneath the feet. And we'll grab our good old strap. Find the tension that feels good to you. And we'll halfway lift as we lift up halfway. So let me scoot back. And exhale. Forward fold. So find that tension as you lift up through the belly. Use the back of the legs and the glutes to come halfway. Gaze towards the top of the mat. And exhale, release forward fold. Inhale, push the earth away, come back up, flat back. And this time on the inhale, we'll lift the straps back overhead, bend into the knees. So as if we're coming into our chair pose, our feet are hip width distance apart, knees facing forward and lift up out of the chest. Engage the belly here. And on the inhale, we'll lift the left heel off the mat, lower it down, and alternate lift the right. So we'll just do this movement as we warm up the calves and the ankles. And at any time, you can always drop the strap. And you can stay here, or we'll lift up both heels at the same time and lower back down. So finding your balance, lift the heels. And on the inhale, we'll lift both heels or continue alternating, and we'll hold. And exhale, release the heels and come back up, still holding our strap. And exhale, side bend over to the right. So just like we did earlier with our left palm, engage that strap. Open the chest as you draw the left shoulder back. And inhale, come back to center. And exhale, side bend over to the left. That right palm, use the strap to bring it up and rotate your upper body towards the sky. And inhale, we'll come back up. Exhale, bring the strap behind us, nice and controlled. So root into the feet, engage the glutes, soft bend in the knees. Draw the navel to the spine as you draw the strap back. And inhale, reach it back up and down. So just like what we did earlier in our seated position. Take your time and adjust the strap, the tension on the strap as needed. And exhale, we'll bring the strap back, inwardly rotating our shoulder joint. And exhale, we'll bring it forward, and we'll come into that forward fold. Release the strap to the top of your mat. And on the inhale, release the palms down to mat or block. Step the left leg back and the right leg back, coming into our plank. We'll lower the knees. And exhale, we'll shift the hips back towards the heels. And inhale, bring it forward, shoulders over the wrist. Exhale, release. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, release. And you can either stay with this movement or lift the knees up into a full plank. Draw the inner thighs together, weight into the back of the heels. And exhale, float back into your down dog. So find what feels good in our plank flow. Nice and controlling at the bottom. Really engage your glutes in that plank and your abdominals. Just hold for a second at the bottom. And we'll all come into your variation of your plank. We'll bend the elbows and lower down to the belly. Chin and chest kiss the mat. And the palms will come by the sides. And inhale, we'll lift up into our cobra. Roll the shoulders back. Tuck the toes under, engage your glutes. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, push yourself up into your variation of your plank. And exhale, float into your down dog. Inhale, left leg comes to the center of the mat, and we'll extend the right leg back. Point the toes down, bend the knees, and we'll take our hip circles in the hip joints here. And they don't have to be big. And we'll then step the right foot towards the top of the mat. Lower that left knee. Pad your knee if you need to. And we'll shift the knee back slightly, finding that engagement in the quads. And grabbing your strap, we'll root into the right foot, lift up in the belly. Adjust your tension on your strap. Take your time. And exhale, rotate the shoulders back. Draw the navel in and engage that left glute. Inhale, we'll come back up. Strap comes forward. Exhale, strap floats back. Take it one more time. Inhale, lifting up, and exhale, bringing it forward. Release the strap down to the top of your mat, and then reach the arms up for our low lunge. So just see how your shoulders feel. Do they feel a little bit more open? And on the exhale, we'll draw the shoulders back again without our strap. Inhale, reach the arms forward. And exhale, take your time, rolling the arms back. Nice and wide. Still find stability in your feet and your legs. And on the inhale, we'll reach back up. Exhale, we'll float the palms back, and we'll bring the palms to our lower back, to our lumbar spine here. Palms can connect. Draw the shoulders back. And maybe you stay here, or maybe you bring the fists together. Interlacing here. Draw the lower abdominals in. Chest puffers up in our lunge. And on the inhale, palms frame that right foot. And we'll step the right knee to meet the left in your modified plank or your full plank. And we'll take your variation of your flow. Coming down to your cobra, lifting up. Exhale, float back down and push back up into your plank, and then float into your down dog. Inhale through the nose, exhale, release. Walk the right foot to the center of the mat. Extend the left leg up this time, point the toes down. Bend that knee, and we'll take those circles if it feels good, or just extend the left leg if these hip circles don't feel good. And then on the inhale, we'll step the left foot forward, and we'll come back into that low lunge. Lower the right knee, grab your strap, find your tension on your strap as you lift through the belly, and reach the strap overhead. Inhale and exhale. Bring the strap back. Holding for a second, gauge that right glute. Inhale, lift up. And remember, you can always just remove the strap. Then just take those circles, and we'll go again. Bringing it back. Inhale, exhale, release. And this time, release the strap to the top of your mat. Reach the arms up. Lift up out of the belly, and just see how your body feels here. Find that mindfulness in our practice, even as we build heat, as we take those circles in our arms. Exhaling, bringing the arms back. Inhale. Bring the arms forward. And then this time the palms will come to the back of our lumbar spine, or to the hips, as we shine the chest forward for a back bend. Or maybe you bring the fists together on the lower back. And really draw the knuckles in towards one another. Draw those shoulders back. Engage that right glute. And exhale. Release the palms down to your mat, and we'll lift the back knee up and step towards the top of the mat in our forward fold, soft bend in the knees. And on the inhale, we'll lift the arms up, coming into our chair. We'll give the strap a break. And on the inhale, we'll pedal the feet again. Right heel comes up, left heel comes up. Find your pace. Or lift both heels. Knees are still pointed forward. Lift up out of the chest. And we'll hold at the top. Find your balance here. Gazing down to a point on the mat. Shifting your focus as we find balance. Whether on the mat or off of our mat. And exhale. Release the palms and we'll come back to our standing position in our mountain pose. Arms by the sides. Inhale and exhale, release. And just see what is our body telling us, what is our mind telling us here. And on the inhale, we'll come back into our chair as we reach the arms up in line with the ears. Shift the hips back. And on the inhale, bring the palms to the heart. Still sitting low in your chair as you step the right leg back. We'll come into our high lunge, so you maybe need to walk that left foot forward. Back heel is off of the mat. Engage that right glute as you reach the right arms up in line with the ears. Draw the lower belly in as you lift. And exhale, we'll take those circles again, back and forward. Just like we did in our low lunge. Inhale and exhale, bring the arms back. And this time on the exhale, bring the palms to the lower back. Shine the chest forward. Or bring the fists together. Or you can take it a step further by walking the palms towards the elbows, opposite elbows, or just on the forearms. So that's a variation too. So maybe you try a different variation here. And on the exhale, release the back right foot down, parallel to the short edge of your mat, coming into our warrior two variation. Arms are still behind the back. We'll straighten the front leg and bend into that knee. So using nice and controlled as we engage that thigh and keeping that knee tracking over the left ankle. So trying to avoid it going too far forward. We want to protect our knee. And on the inhale, we'll bend into the knee. Release the arms nice and slow into your warrior two. Arms are strong. And exhale, we'll straighten the left leg and reach through the left fingertips, bringing them down to a block or your shin in our triangle pose. Reach the right arm up. Breathing here, and you can also place that palm on the left thigh. That feels better. And on the exhale, if you like, circling the right arm forward and back, or just come into a bind. Right palm comes to your lower back as you draw the right shoulder back. Engage your belly, and inhale, we'll bend into the knee, warrior two. Exhale, reach the arms up, bring the palms to the heart, and we'll turn the feet out to the corners of our mat. So find your stability as you root into the feet. Draw the glutes in and draw the belly. And on the exhale, we'll bend the knees out to the side so they track your big toe or the second toe as well. Draw the thigh slightly back and tuck the tailbone under to engage your belly. And we'll hold here. And inhale, reach the arms out to the side. And on the exhale, we'll float the palms to face back, inwardly rotating that shoulder. And exhale, bring the palms forward and back. So once you find that resistance going back, and inhale, we'll engage the legs if it feels comfortable. Drawing the palms back, bend the knees, straighten the legs, palms come forward. And really squeeze at the top with your glutes and inner thighs. And on the exhale, we'll flip the palms back. And you can keep the knees bent or come up standing. Find what feels good. And we'll pulse the palms back for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we'll reach the arms up and give the arms a break in the shoulders. Just rolling the shoulders. So we're doing a lot of shoulder movement here. And roll them back. And we'll come into our warrior two. When you're ready, pivot the left foot parallel to the short edge of the mat and bend into that right knee. Arms come up into a T. And if you'd like, you can stay here or bring the palms to the hips or take your fists behind you or reaching for your forearms or opposite elbows. So find your variation of your warrior two. And then we'll begin to straighten. So I'm going to put my fists together and then I'll straighten the right leg and bend into that. So we'll take a couple movements here and trying not to lock the right knee, but really envision engaging your quadriceps. So we want to strengthen the muscles around the joints to protect our joints. And on the inhale, we'll reach the arms out into a T if it wasn't, into our warrior two. Inhale, reach the arms in line with the ear and pivot that back heel off, coming into our high lunge. Breathing here. And exhale, we'll just circle the arms forward and back. And inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, we'll step the back foot forward and come into our chair pose. Lifting up, sinking low, and exhale, straighten the legs and come to the sides. Arms come by the sides in our mountain pose. Palms facing forward. Root into the feet as you engage the glutes here. Inhale through the nose and exhale out of the mouth. As you breathe. And then you can come to the center of the mat or stay where you are. But we'll come into our reverse prayer pose. So before we do that, we'll just bring the back of the palms together to give the wrist a stretch. And this is a stretch you can do at any time that I like to do as well. Bring the palms together, relax the shoulders, soften in the knees, and we'll just roll the wrist up and reverse and roll them down. And we'll take that again, roll the wrist up and roll them back down, and then we'll come back into that movement. So I also like to think of this as praying mantis arms. And we'll release the palms, shake them out. And we'll just shake the shoulders out or take our circle rolls here. If you like to take any neck stretches, you can do that as well as we prepare for our reverse prayer pose. So this was actually a suggestion from someone in the comments as well to offer this pose. So I'll show a couple of variations before we actually get into it. So in reverse pose, it requires a lot of openness in the shoulder joints, the chest, and we also have to find stability in the core and in our torso and our legs and our glutes. So that's why we did a lot of shoulder movements, and also why I cued a lot with engaging the lower body and our glutes throughout the practice. So it's really full body movement. And at any time if you feel uncomfortable and pain, discomfort come out of it, and also if you have some difficulty with shoulder mobility as well, just listen to your body and take the variation that meets you where you are. So I do want to say that because it can be an intense pose. So for our first variation, we'll just come into our standing pose as if we're in our mountain pose. Feet hip width distance apart, root into the feet. Soft bend in the knees as we draw the navel into the spine to actively engage our glutes. So just like we did in our practice earlier with our palms floating back behind us, we'll take that movement as we draw the shoulders back or inwardly rotate and feel your scapular shoulder blades draw to the midline of the body. So the palms may just come to your lower back or our lumbar spine as you draw the elbows in. Engage your glutes, engage the belly. So this may just be your reverse prayer pose today until you feel comfortable to work up the movement. So then you may take it further by just bringing the fists together like we did earlier and connecting our fists together. As you draw the shoulder blades to the midline, open the chest and really engage your belly, your glutes, and shine the chest forward. So this may be your prayer pose for today. Or you can take it a step further by reaching for the forearms or opposite elbows, just like we did earlier. As you draw the shoulder blades in, find stability in the feet, engage your glutes, and lift your chest up as if someone's pulling a string forward. I like to call it your Superman chest. Or you can come back into the fist and then shimmy one hand up and then the other to connect into a prayer position. And this is as far as I can go, but I'll draw the thumb together and my pinky to help assist with the other fingertips coming together as I draw it back. So this is as far as my body allows in my prayer pose. So I honor it and I stay here. So this is the other variation. So slowly come out. So find what feels good. And also, if you want to use your strap, you can just bring the strap together, find the tension, and roll the shoulders back until you can bring your fists together. So use the strap as your assistant here. So find that tension that we did earlier, and then maybe connect the fists together. Walk the palms together when you're ready to connect the fist. So use your strap as well. So we'll take it one more time and find your variation. So rolling wherever we are, bring the palms as we're swimming backwards. Bring the palms back, maybe palms come to the hips, maybe you take your fist, maybe the elbows, maybe the forearms, or maybe your prayer pose. Draw the big thumbs together and the pinky. Engage your glutes, engage your belly as you lift up and shine the chest forward in your prayer pose. And don't forget to breathe. Inhale and exhale and slowly come out when you're ready. So that's an intense pose. And we'll just take our shoulder rolls to give the shoulders a break. And if you feel comfortable, you can always practice again. But this is a very intense pose, so listen to your body, and we'll roll the shoulders forward. And on the inhale, we'll sweep the arms up and exhale, forward fold. Let it hang, maybe shake the neck up and down, or left and right. And we'll slowly come down to our bottom. And we'll extend the legs out in front of us. And we'll just come into our twist movement. So inhaling, sweeping the arms up, and exhale, twist over to the right. Lifting up out of the shoulders and the chest as you breathe. And you can either stay here if you want, or twist a little bit deeper if it feels comfortable. And inhale, sweep the arms up, and exhale, twist over to the left. Inhale, sweep the arms back up, and exhale, release into our forward fold. Palms connect to the shins or to the mat. So giving yourself grace for how you showed up today, adding some heat into our practice. And we'll reach the arms up. And this time on the exhale, we'll cross the right arm over towards the left. And with our left arm, bring the right shoulder or right arm over to the right. Let me turn. So just to get a stretch in the shoulders. And we'll release, cross the left arm over the right. And right arm reaches for that left arm. And we'll slowly come out. And we'll just take our neck circles to the left. And reverse to the right. And we'll come on to the knees just for a second to take a cat-cow here, just to cool down the body. As we lift the chest up, forward, and exhale. Round the spine, tuck the tailbone down in your cat. Inhale, bring the chest forward, and exhale. Round the spine for your cat. So just take a few more here. And we'll come back to center and come onto our bottom, making our way into our final resting pose or our shavasana. So gently coming down to your mat, take your time. And in your final resting pose, finding what feels good for you. So whether the feet connect to the mat or coming into a reclined butterfly pose, or maybe if you want to sit upright, so find what feels good here. Keeping the eyes open or closed. As you take a big inhale through the nose and exhale out of the mouth. And just as a gentle reminder to honor your strength, honor your body, continuing to honor where you are in your practice, whether on or off the mat, and continuing to give yourself grace as you show up for yourself in these moments. And you can either stay here for a little bit longer, or if you have more time, you can stay here for a little bit longer, or you can meet me in our easy seated pose, or just meet me back into the present, staying where you are, taking your time as we conclude our practice for today. And we'll just take an inhale through the nose, exhale out of the mouth, and take your final breath on your own. So thank you again for joining me here on the mat, and I hope that this practice served you today as we found balance, heat in our body, and also just in our practice. So I look forward to seeing you again on the mat. Namaste.
So I hope you all enjoyed our heat-based flow, working our way into reverse prayer pose. And if you'd like to see more flows like this or even intermediate flows, then don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe to keep our beautiful channel going. So also follow me at Supported Skies Yoga on Instagram and TikTok to stay connected with me off of the mat. So I'll see y'all later. Bye.